Hello, lovely family and friends, and warm welcome back to my channel once again. I hope everybody is doing well by God's grace. I'm doing very, very well too. Trust me, I'm doing well. Okay, so today I want to share with you how you make Hausa Koko Dough. So this dough that I'm going to share with you, once the dough is done, you can make 4 recipes out of it. 4. And I'm going to show you how I get this beautiful dough. Beautiful dough. It's not going to be watery at the end. We are going to turn it into a proper dough. Mori and kasa, spiced mori. And it is amazing. It is very handy. It is so, so good. So stay with me and I'll show you how you can make your own Hausa Koko dough at home. So the first thing you need is to soak some, some millet, okay? You know why. If you watch my videos, maybe later you know why I nearly said wheat. Okay, so what I do is I pour it into a sieve like that and just shake it so that if there is any dirt inside, it will come out. If there is any sand inside, it will come out of it, okay? Because once you soak it, there's sand, if there is sand, it will settle. Right, it will settle. You may not be able to even find it. So that's what I do. Okay, so I'm going to soak it overnight. Okay, this is just overnight. It's not 24 hours, just overnight. Okay, then it is overnight. You see that there's bubbles on top like that. Then you know that you are in business. She said, so this is the spices I'm going to be using. Okay, this is what I'm going to spice my dough with: ginger, garlic, pepper, cloves, wintia, and then black pepper. Wintia is grains of celery, right? Pepper is the cloves, and then yakan and the ginger. So I showed you some net. That's what I will use to sieve and also do things with. So if you don't have that, you can always use cheesecloth if that's what you have, or you use some kotoku that you've washed, or a nice napkin. Ghana, we call it napkin. Okay. So here I'm doing is blending. You are blending your millet, right? That's all you need to do. Blend it. Okay. So I'm going to show you a few ways of making this, right? Like 3 ways. So what I do with this one is once I finish blending it, I just pass it through the sieve, right? Once, okay, pass it through the sieve. So you see the one that I'm putting in the bowl on the left hand side of the screen, the glass bowl, the one that is just full. Yeah, I will blend it again, but I won't show you. I'll blend it to become smoother, okay, to get more food from it. So that's what I'm pouring in now. Yeah. Once that is done, and then I will just set the solution or the liquid aside for it to settle. So that will be the first one. So this is just the plain one. Okay, there isn't any spice in it. The next one that I'll do, you find that I'll add the spices to it. So once I finish straining, what I do is I pour it into so this is where your kotoku, your cheese bag will come in handy. Pour it in, tie it, and let it sit down. Let it sit somewhere undisturbed. That is where you get the dough. No disturbances. Let it sit quietly. So the next one, I added all the spices that I will need in it and just blended it. So the one that didn't have the spices, what I do is I have my already made spice that I add to it when I'm ready to use. Or in case you're making something that doesn't need a spice, like making something like Burkina. It doesn't usually need spice in it, so you can use that dough for the Burkina. And that is what I was going for. Okay, so that the things that wouldn't need it, I don't bother. So again, here is another one. I blend it and then I sieve it. For this one, I sieve it twice. Once it goes through the metal mesh, I pass it through this bag again, which has a little tiny holes smaller than the metal mesh. Okay, and I'm going to try and pass this through. And for this one, I don't bother going back to blend the chaff again to pass it through the sieve. I don't do that again, okay, because I use the chaff to make fuller. So that's what you can do. So we are killing 2 birds with 1 stone. When I'm a chemical, yeah. So here, trying to pass through, you have to be gentle, otherwise it can squirt like that, going everywhere like that, you see. So I do it gently. When I get all the liquid out, I squeeze it like I'm making matari muno. And then the chaff, which is what I am showing to you now, this is what I will use for the fuller. So that's all that recipes I'm going to be making with this dough and everything. It will be in another video. It's not going to be in this video. So this is the first one that we sieved. And what I come back to do is the water that comes out of it, I don't throw it away. So when I sieve it, this is the second one with the spices. Okay, that one I let it sit so that everything settled. The sediment is at the bottom and then the water is up, and that is the water I'm saving, so that if I want to make Hausa Koko or I want to make anything, I use that water. I don't use normal pure bland water. Okay, so you see that this is usually where we add our water to make our Hausa Koko, or do if you want to make lamoji or something, you add your water and your sugar and things. But then because we are turning into a dough, I am bringing in this organza also. Then this one I bought it from Nima Market. Okay, and I'm going to pour this in. The reason is this is very smooth. If you use anything that has got bigger holes, it will all pass through. So you need something with fine, but still there is it can drain things out. Okay, so Isam Kotoku again is the best for this. And what I do is I pour it that in. It's also in the other mesh bag. I tie it, and that's one that is in the saucepan or the silver bowl. I just added hot water to it to make cocoa with it straight away that day, and I let it sit overnight. Okay, overnight, and then the dough is amazing. It is a perfect dough. Just say when we say dough, it's proper dough. Delicious, very, 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 very good. And me, I like Hausa Koko because it makes me. I have another recipe of Hausa Koko that I'm going to share with you. It's the local natural sleep remedy. Trust me, it is that good. So that is the dough, and that's what I'm showing you. The next thing is for me to show you how you use the flour. Okay, just the millet flour to make your dough. That is the easiest ever. Okay, so you see, the difference between the one I sieved once and the one I sieved twice is that the one I sieved once, when you finish, the cocoa Hausa Koko wouldn't be as silky as the one I sieved twice. Okay, the one I sieved twice, the cocoa is very nice, smooth and silky. You love that. Okay, so here is the millet, the ground one, the flour or whatever you call it. I'm adding it, and here is my Hausa Koko or Hausa Koko spice. Okay, I'm adding that to it. I also added some ginger, fresh blended ginger. Instead of using just water, I use fresh blended ginger to add to it so that I get this nice taste. I didn't want to use ginger powder, no, fresh. And then I added some of that water that we poured, from the first one that I'm storing in my fridge to be using for Hausa Koko and anything else. Yes, that is what I'm using it to bring this flour together to make a dough. Hey, I feel like I've talked now. I feel like I've taught something. I said teaching your child. I feel very accomplished. I'm feeling too good. Too good. So what I'm going to do is to stuff it in this bowl. Let it sit for 24 hours. No, 24 hours. The following day, like a few days. Hey, me say a few days. The following day, a few hours. A few days, saying. And then that is the dough. It's not because millet, it ferments very quickly. If you let it sit, it will spoil. For too long, it will spoil. Once it is done, store it in your fridge or freezer. Otherwise, it will go bad. Okay, so look at how the color. Amazing. This one, you make Hausa Koko with it, you love it. So this is the dough done. Very easy. And I'm going to be showing you, look at how silky that cocoa is. How to make that silky cocoa. And also all the other recipes I mentioned to you earlier on. You're going to love them. So yeah, stay tuned. Thank you for joining me. And I will see you in the very next one. Bye.